With Legends of Runeterra, Riot Games is bringing its League of Legends world to a whole new genre, the digital collectible card game. But it's no Magic or Hearthstone clone, it takes some chances. And the result is stylish, exciting, cleverly designed and full of nods to League.
That's how we do it!
Those come in the form of iconic champions such as Yasuo, Jinx, Ashe, Garen and Teemo, or the many adorable Poros that populate the 40-card decks. What sets Legends of Runeterra apart is the conversational design of the gameplay. Because initiative is passed back and forth between opponents, you can immediately respond to each other's actions. This means that if I play a unit, my opponent can then play a unit, or if I cast a spell, my opponent has the opportunity to counter it. And because each player gains a mana point every round, the power of the cards in play escalates progressively until someone's nexus is whittled down to 0. Attacking represents another layer. Between each round, an attack token is passed from one player to the other, and whoever has this is able to initiate an attack at any point during the round. If I have an attack token and units in play, I can choose to start my turn by attacking. Or I can choose to go back and forth with my opponent, playing units and casting spells, waiting for a better opportunity to launch my attack. My opponent can then choose how to block.
By force of will.
What makes this feel so tactically distinct is the fact that I can play a unit and attack with it during the same round if I choose. This gives units a very dynamic feel, almost like spells, and matches have an interesting rhythm where the evaluation of what to play on turns when you have an attack token are really different to the turns when you're defending. Adding additional flexibility, up to 3 units of unspent mana can be banked between rounds as spell mana, allowing you to play high-cost spells early or simply keep mana in reserve. Mechanics like these give you ample opportunity to outplay your opponent by, for instance, bluffing and attempting to bait them into overextending. Getting the most out of your resources is critical, as is understanding the tools at your opponent's disposal. The card pool is divided up into regions based on the geography of Runeterra. Noxus, for instance, has overtly aggressive cards that are all about doing and capitalizing on damage.
The few for the many.
Noxus is represented by champions like Draven, Katarina, and Darius. Ionia, on the other hand, has sneakier options. Many of its units are elusive, which means they can only be blocked by other elusive units, and they do things like stun their opponents. Ionian fighters are ninjas, samurai, and wielders of mystical power. And the region is represented by champions like Karma, Lee Sin, and Zed. I absolutely love the flavour of each of the 7 current regions, and the fact that we can combine any 2 regions to make a deck. There's a wealth of strategic options to explore within that restriction. Each region currently has 5 champions, and they really do stand above normal units. Champions, for instance, can level up mid-match, and often gain a whole new ability. Ezreal, for example, has to target enemy units with spells and abilities 8 or more times to level up.
I'm so good, I surprised myself!
And once that happens, every spell he casts also deals 2 damage to the enemy nexus. In other words, he turns into a win condition, so if you can ramp him up, you can burst opponents down. Legends of Runeterra's main modes are Ranked, in which you must work your way through from Iron 4 up to Diamond 1 and then to Masters Beyond, and Expeditions, where you draft a deck of cards and try to win 7 games without losing 2 in a row. I spend most of my time in Ranked, but Expeditions is a solid alternative, as the archetype-based drafting mechanics let you build a deck with some level of coherency. Another unusual aspect of Legends of Runeterra is that it has no traditional card packs, so the rewards you'll get are cards, shards, and wild cards. Shards can be used to buy specific cards, while wild cards can be swapped for any card of a corresponding rarity. Coins can also be purchased for real-world money to simply buy the cards you want. What I love about this system is it puts a definitive price on how much cards cost. You don't need to open a bunch of packs and hope for the best, then craft what you're missing. You just buy coins, then buy the cards. It makes for a refreshing change for the genre.
Pushing my limits!
Legends of Runeterra also breaks new ground with its presentation. Key information is always at your fingertips, such as the champions in your opponent's deck, or how your actions will play out. I also love that if you know what a card in your opponent's hand is, it will remain face up.
Pledge yourself to the shadows.
My favourite part of the interface, however, is being able to see every card that's associated with a card you're interested in. Say my opponent plays Heimerdinger, but I want to check how he actually works. I can right-click on him and bring up an overlay showing his base card, his leveled up card, his spell card, and every card he's able to create. Each keyword or term has a pop-up explanation too. That's great design. From the card overlay, you can also click through to full widescreen art for each and every card. It's all gorgeous and really helps flesh out the world, the people, creatures, landscapes, cultures, and tone of each region. The impressive amount of in-match VO doubles down on this, giving a sense of the relationships between characters.
How'd you beat me here?
A lady has her secrets.
While Legends of Runeterra builds on the foundations of those that have come before it, it has discarded many of the genre's conventions to create deep and dynamic conversational gameplay. Along with its incredibly polished look and feel, Legends of Runeterra represents a new high watermark for the digital card game genre. For more from Card Corner, check out our The Making of Legends of Runeterra feature and our behind the scenes videos with the Hearthstone team, and for everything else, stick with IGN.